politics. How do you say this?
I feel like we all sound like we're on like a nervous first date where we're like, this is like,
Should we
what
say it?
should
Should we
we-
say it? Should we not? No. I think it's a normal conversation.
It is a normal conversation.
Yeah. The whole Camilla, the figure skater from Russia, and her positive drug test, which is very unfortunate because it really shows the Olympic Committee on their integrity of the sports as a whole, and it's a disrespect to all the athletes that dedicate their whole lives to this event. And I don't even blame the girl. She's 15 years old. She's a minor. Like, come on. And I think comparing it to, of course, Sha'carri from the Summer Olympics when she was competing to get into the Olympics, and how they found her drug test positive, and how that reaction and how that situation was handled, and very different than Camilla's, is very
Disturbing.
How else can you say this? I mean,
Unfair. And I also think it would be a little surprising if you're listening or watching podcasts if you didn't already know. But in case you're not aware, the girl from Russia, Camilla, she tested positive for heart medication, which can be known to actually improve your performance. Whereas Sha'carri, she was tested positive for marijuana, which is actually legal in the state that she was currently competing in, and is not a performance-enhancing drug. And so that's like what this big controversy is all
This big
about.
debate is
Yeah.
about.
right.
Yeah.
Because it's not going to, marijuana's not going to make you
A better performer.
athlete.
right.
But the other one could make you a better performer.
Exactly. Either way, they're both illegal drugs for the Olympics, but why did Camilla have that
Opportunity to still perform
perform.
or compete,
Because you could argue that both of them had a very, they were slated to take gold, right? I mean, like everyone was saying that both girls had huge promise.
Exactly.
So they're like, you could say they're like on the same level as far as like athleticism.
Right.
And so like, why is one given the opportunity and the other one not?
Exactly.
So.
Exactly. I mean, it says a lot. It says a lot. I mean, it's very crystal clear what the problem is, systemic issues, and the Olympics as a whole. I mean, where does the integrity stand? Where is it?
Yes.
Sorry, go ahead.
No, it's so unfair, not only in that, but like, why does Russia has to go by a different name too? Is because they have some problems with that already.
Exactly.
I always wondered that, and Gus was the one who told me like what that meant, because I didn't even. I was like, why is Russia like the
ROC?
Yeah, I was like, I didn't know. I was like, that's so weird.
Even in the summer,
we were like, what is that?
We're like,
Who
what's
is
rock? Like, I was like, which
we
country is
Google
rock?
it. It's them. Yeah.
They committed some.
I was like, I
So-
ain't never heard of that
have a lot
country.
of issues.
To me, it's like if they already committed that, how this girl is allowed to do it when they already they're in a team paper.
They're on a fine line as we speak.
So it's like, how is that possible?
And
so
also, like, she's so, again, not blaming her because she's so young. Usually at that age, you do what your elders tell you to do.
Right.
Yes, the doctors give you
especially-
something.
yeah.
Your doctors.
You're
Yeah.
believing what the
Doctors,
doctor's giving you.
Yeah, but like it's not like, yes, it's a great opportunity to be there at 15. Don't get me wrong, but like she still has time to like come back and compete again. But like, so why are they acting like this is like her one and only chance to? And to be honest, like I do think karma came through. Like she shouldn't have been allowed to compete, but like I think she knew deep down that she didn't deserve to be there, and I think it affected her performance.
Absolutely.
She didn't do well. Like everyone was like, she's for sure gonna win the gold, and like that didn't happen. She just kind of fell apart like out there.
Right.
I mean, naturally.
Karma kind of like put that in place.
Yeah.
And I think if like the Olympic Committee is going to be so like moral about like, I can understand from one perspective, like when the thing with Sha'carri happened, like to just be like, okay, yes, marijuana is on there. No, don't do this
Don't
list.
do this.
But like then they need to give everyone the exact
same
treatment.
treatment.
for everyone.
So it's like,
No
if you're going to say
exceptions.
that, no exceptions for anyone.
Exactly.
Exactly.
That's
It
the
comes down
mistake
to
they
that.
made.
Because
So-
and I think that's how she felt. Like she took it like, okay, I did something wrong. I'm getting punished by that, and I take my responsibility because I did it, regardless of the situation.
Yeah.
And to see that this person also has this red flag and she was allowed. That is so wrong.
That's a hard pill to swallow. That is so hard.
I mean, I will feel exactly like her. Am I just this
Pissed.
because I'm black?
Yeah.
Right. No,
I
for
mean,
real.
it feels
It's-
like
it's-
that's what
it's
it was
that.
about.
It's that.
It's
It is
that.
that.
It's that.
Yeah,
There's
and-
nothing else.
And, she's
also, do you
completely
think
correct.
does it have anything to do with the sport itself also, do you think? Or do you think it's just purely like race? Like, do you think it's also like there's more like prestige or something with figure skating or like versus like track?
I
Like,
don't think
right.
so.
I don't-
yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
I don't think it's that. I think it comes down to race. It comes down to also maybe even something political between Russia and the Olympic Committee. Maybe
Yeah.
something deeper.
Yeah.
Who knows? I don't know.
Yeah, but then that exposes even more how they could be even more corrupt than we think.
Right.
You know, like,
And
are
that-
these people
yeah.
there for their value, or are they there because they are placed by their nations?
Right.
Yeah.
You know,
Right.
No,
I
and
mean-
I think people keep getting like smarter and smarter, like how they take these performance enhancing drugs. Like just listening to podcasts about Lance Armstrong a couple months ago, and like he was like an American hero. Like I remember wearing his like little yellow like bracelet thing in like 8th grade. It was like all the rage in my middle school.
Yeah.
Because like everyone just thought like he was such a hero, and then like when he got in trouble for like the fact that he was taking all of these performance enhancing things, and the steps that they went to like he basically like forced everyone on his team to take it. They didn't have a choice.
Yeah.
And he was just like, you're either with me or you're never gonna perform again in this sport. And he had so many like endorsement deals and stuff that he like there was one guy on his team who was gonna rat him out and like had evidence, but he was like, I'm gonna take all of your endorsement deals. He like called all those companies, and the other guy like he lost his career. He lost millions of dollars, all because Lance like called the company and was like, this guy's like not a good guy. You gotta get rid of him. And they listened to him because at that point he was like God to the world, you know? Like,
Yeah.
So like, and that was like quite a while ago. And like, just the fact that they would take other people's blood and like put it in them, so that like when they would get tested, that no one would even know.
No one would
It's
even
just like
know.
nuts. It's
Yeah, it is.
totally nuts.
Crazy.
It is nuts how corrupt it was. I mean, it probably still
That's
is.
what I
Still
mean.
is,
Like, I
yeah.
think they're just getting smarter and smarter how
Smarter.
they do it.
The
And
way
it just
to
makes
do
you
it.
wonder how many of the other athletes are also doing.
Yeah,
Right.
and like
Stuff.
that is so sad because it kills their sport.
Yes.
It kills the true people who are there. It kills the young people. It kills the generations. It kills your sport.
Right.
Because like I'm never gonna feel like I'm gonna be able to compete with you because you are doing all these enhancing drugs that
Yeah.
are gonna make you
Exactly.
better. So
Exactly.
why do I have to put my sweat, tears, blood, everything when you are just doing this? Like
Yeah, you just
What is my sacrifice?
The respect for it too. Yeah.
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 It's
And like you get to this dark place, I think, where you're like, okay, like, do I either give up the sport I love or do I crack and do what everyone else
Right.
is
It's
doing
doing.
Right.
so that I
Right.
can keep doing it? It's kind of like, you know, if someone came to us and they're like, you can either give up your dream of dancing, like, and never dance again, because like there's no way in hell you can compete, or I can give you this pill or whatever, and like you'll be able to keep doing what you love to do.
Right.
I mean, it's a tough situation
It really
to be
is.
it is
It's
a
very
very tough.
interesting.
Yeah.
And like you know, like their dream is to go to the Olympics and win a gold medal.
That's it. That's it.
But it is so sad how that becomes.
Yeah.
I mean, also I think it's worse. For example, like with Lanes, to later find out and like basically be removed of everything.
Yeah.
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 You know, because it's like, oh, it kills the kid that is looking up to him to be the best.
Yeah.
And it wasn't even just kids. Like there was that, but then there was like the whole like cancer survivor thing,
Yes.
which he had done. But then like everyone with the cancer out there was probably like, if he can go on to be like an Olympic athlete, like and recover from cancer, like so can I. And then when you find out, like yes, he did recover from cancer, but like when you find out the Olympic athlete part of it was with assistance from performance enhancing drugs, it makes you like probably feel like that hope that you had is taken away from you. I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. I agree. I
It's
agree.
just crazy.
I think it's safe to say that we hope that Camilla gets that support, you know, when she returns home, and the guidance and that advice, and hopefully can compete clean and for all the athletes have that opportunity.